Hey, it's Brandon from Baby Blue Memories. Please like and subscribe. Each subscription gets us closer towards achieving our goal of 1,000 subs. Now, enjoy the video.
Welcome to the rink. This is game number 9 of the 2020 Chuck Baranowski Winter Classic. My name is Brandon Golden from Baby Blue Memories. And we have basically all the matches set for the semifinals and, of course, the consolation bracket. This is the final game of the round robin for the Toronto Tigers and the Glasgow Clydesiders. Glasgow in purple and gold and white trim playing left and right. Meanwhile, the Tigers in black with orange and white trim. Tigers running out of time in the game yesterday against Letterkenny, falling by a score of 9-7 as Tulax comes to hustle after the loose ball. As we're going to have, I believe, a shot clock violation coming up. Well, actually we won't. It's intercepted. And away we go with the Tigers in possession of the ball. Toronto, well, they've been coming around here since this all began back a couple of years ago, as we have a turnover in front of or near turnover in front of the Glasgow net. Tigers, they've been looking really good. As a shot comes in, that's blocked. Picked back up by Glasgow, and away come the Clydesiders. And for Glasgow, I think it's just a matter of getting that second win in the second half. They were down 4-3 to Letterkenny and ended up falling on the short end of a 4-goal game. Same thing yesterday. They actually took the lead against the Mohawks before coming up short. Now here's a drive from 50. That is right on, stopped, and deflects to the corner. And the Clydesiders will get a reset. So the winner of this game will finish third in the pool and get the fourth place team in the other pool. And here's a pass up, a shot, score! Tigers give one up as Glasgow is on the board quickly here. It's 1-0 in favor of the Clydesiders about 100 seconds into this contest. Yeah, just mentioning, the winner of this game will move on to play the fourth place team in the other pool. That will be determined right after this, is when Dogge goes toe-to-toe with the West Bay Bombers. As Cruz loses the draw, he thought there was an early entry or a foot or a violation of sorts as the ball comes in. Tigers sweep it up, and away comes Toronto, down by a score of 1-0, accelerating into Glasgow territory. And it's played up top. Back comes the Tigers, the feet out in front, no one there for T.O., but Toronto will pick it back up. Pass down low, and a shot comes in. That one is going to be countered, and we have an injury on the play. Here we go. Baranowski leads it for Glasgow. 1-0 lead in favor of the the Clydesiders. Played a very spirited game yesterday against the Mohawks, as well as the Shamrocks. Baranowski fires, stopped, and a rebound pinballs back out towards the blue line area. Play is earned once again by the Clydesiders, and they've been doing that here in the early going, getting the second chance opportunities. Ball's on the left-hand side of the goal. 1-0 lead in favor of Glasgow. And a pass back door. Baranowski cannot handle the ball, and it squirts to the boards. And he is really the go-to guy on this team. And now some choppy play in front of that net. The shot comes in, save made. Some physical banging going on in front of that net. Baranowski tries an air gate, a not so vertical air gate. Have you seen that work in box lacrosse? I seen Brett Bucktooth do it World Championships, I don't know, maybe 13 years ago. Here's an opportunity for the Tigers. He scored! Oh, a defensive miscue for Glasgow as the middle of the floor was left wide open. It's 4 minutes into this opening half. It's all tied up 1-1. Again, the round robin That's how things are going to be. You're going to have two 20-minute halves. And meanwhile, the semifinals and the final, you will have 3 20-minute periods. Of course, we already know who's going to the Final Four. Letterkenny, Dunawagi in one pool, Bishops, and the Res Dogs coming out of the other pool. So back comes Glasgow after surrendering that goal. A beat out in front, shoulder save made, and a rebound corralled by the Tigers. Toronto looks to head the ball up, and back they come. They're going to wait for reinforcements to come off the bench. Hill sends it over to the left-hand side of the goal. Now Toronto settling things in. Played up top to the late man coming on. A shot fake. And a good slide there by the Glasgow defender. Squirts free and the Clydesiders are on it. And Cruz with a push. An illegal one in that. Will give the ball to Glasgow and a fresh 30 for the Clydesiders making their way across center. It's Baranowski keeping the ball on the left-hand side. Played out in front. Good slide and a shot far side, and that one's shouldered away by the Tigers net line. Baranowski picks it back up on the left-hand side of the goal. Stolen by Bush. Plays it up, and a high pass is going to be intercepted by the Clydesiders. And Glasgow looks to come back. 1-1 scoreline. Glasgow and the Toronto Tigers. Ball's on the right-hand side of the goal. Here's the shot. Right off the mark. Nearly hit the goal. 10 seconds ago, we have a penalty coming up. And it's a slash, and I think we're going to get matching minors here. 1-1 scoreline. I stand corrected. It's actually just a power play coming up here for Glasgow. So the Clydesiders with the opportunity to... The floor's kind of been tilted towards the Toronto end, but the Tigers have converted. Time to sting up at one. Shot by Toporowski is kicked back out. 7 minutes gone by here in this first half. Toporowski back out top. He gets it back. That's a shot away, save made, and a rebound hacked back up. Toporowski trying to get the handle on it, and it's scooped up by Glasgow. Fresh 30 Clydesiders. Played up top, wide open, not on. A rebound sails up high, and it'll drift back into Glasgow territory and over to Toporowski. 10 seconds to shoot. Out in front, broken up nicely. Toporowski got it back. Tried to tuck it in short side. And that one is deflected. Good slide by the Tigers here on the PK. And again, the rules are the blue line is the restraining line. You have to cross that. Of course, the shot clock is running throughout. Here's a lead pass. Good slide by the Clydesiders, and Glasgow is going to scoop it up. Now we've got a whistle, and Glasgow will get the opportunity to break out. They bring it in across center. Played up top to Toporowski. Toporowski shot, and we've got too many men coming up to the Tigers. So another penalty taken by Toronto. Temporary 5-on-3. Toporowski looked to rip it, but unfortunately lost the ball. Scooped back up by Glasgow. Played out in front, and a good slide by the Tigers. Their defense is holding steady here. And a lead pass doesn't help that Glasgow is dropping a couple of passes. Shot clock down to 5. Sliding over to the left-hand side, back out to Toporowski. He shoots! And that one was stopped went out of play, and Glasgow with the fresh 30. You see, until the fourth player comes back on, they're going to have one playing down low. Here's a shot, or back, or up high, I should say. For that kind of reason, the ball misses, it comes back. Of course, the players throughout yesterday mentioned that the boards aren't exactly as lively as they are in a real-life box lacrosse arena, as we have a shot right on, handled, and the Tigers will get a break and try to kill some more time off that clock. A lead pass for Cruz will go by him, and it'll be scooped up behind the goal, and the Clydesiders will come back. Away comes Glasgow, and a turnover by the Clydesiders. It's a big opportunity for Toronto to kill a little bit more time off that clock. They got to get over the restraining line, they do, but now they can't go on the other side. Right on the tip of the blue line, and yeah, they called it. As Glasgow comes back, trying to retake the lead, and now we're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty coming up. And it is on Toronto. The Tigers doing a good job of killing penalties, but you keep taking them. Glasgow works it on the right side of the goal. Baranowski got the step, comes in, shoots, and that one is shouldered away. Picked back up by the Clydesiders, and they're going to take their time. It's now a 5-on-4. Here's a shot, save, a rebound, deflects towards the house area. Clydesiders got it. And the winner of this game will finish in third place in this pool and play the fourth place team later on today, the consolation semifinal. Baranowski to the middle, out in front. That's not going to hit the goal. Picked back up by the Clydesiders, and the pass is played back into Glasgow territory. They're going to have to hustle here. Shot clock running down. A long drive. Save made. And a rebound picked back up by Glasgow. Wow, the 120-footer works. The Clydesiders are just on everything right now. They get an opportunity here once again. A shot from short distance. Save and a rebound. Comes back. And Glasgow, once again, will go to work. Back they come. Here's a drive. Save! A rebound! Open net, they score! And the Clydesiders retake the lead. It's 2-1. You just figured with the amount of power play opportunities they were getting, they were going to get one here. That's what happens. And Glasgow takes the lead again. It's 2-1. With 6:40 left to go. Hill taking the draw for the Tigers, and it's corralled by Toronto. Ball has not been to our left here that often in the last little while. We'll see if the Tigers can turn the frown upside down. They have a penalty or power play coming up unless they score here. Pass backdoor, broken up, and the penalty has been called. It's a slash against the Clydesiders, and now Toronto have an opportunity to tie this game. Tigers trailing by a score of 2-1 against the Glasgow Clydesiders. We've seen last night some minor issues with the floor in terms of people slipping and whatnot. Really hoping that the floor is able to hold out here for all 24 games in the 3 days. A shot from close range by Cruz does not hit the goal. Comes back into the corner. Scooped up by the Tigers. Here's the chance. They score! And the Tigers have leveled it up. It's 2-2. a little over 5.5 to go here in the first half. That's got to feel good for the Tigers. They would love to get a win here in this round robin. They would love to get a win, period. Be rewarded for the efforts that they put in, and especially here playing a couple of tough teams to start yesterday. I mean, it was based on the results of the two games yesterday. You'd say that these two teams here, Glasgow and Toronto, would be evenly matched. But of course, they don't play the games on paper. Here's a 1-on-4. And it's scooped up by the Tigers. Good help defense, I think you could say. Lead pass caught at center. Tigers trying to get started, but the pass is broken up. And the Clydesiders scoop it up. And away comes Glasgow. Getting into Toronto territory. Back up top, and the pass just misses its intended target. Comes back to center. 4:15 to go. And the Clydesiders looking to get started. Shot clock down the floor. It comes in, and that one hits the tender and goes out. Those kinds of plays right there make your coaches absolutely happy when you do that. Now some pushing and shoving and some chopping. Baranowski, one of the Tigers players. Meanwhile, ball comes free in the corner to the left of the Toronto goal, and it's Glasgow on the interception. And now they fight for it, and the Tigers force the issue. And here comes Toronto. Ball squirts free. Boy, the battle level on both ends is definitely there. We've got a holding call coming up, and a power play is on the horizon. Sorry, it's a slashing call, I believe, against the Clydesiders. And with just under 3 minutes to go, or just over 3 minutes to go, the Tigers with an opportunity to take their first lead of this game. Ball's on the left-hand side of the Glasgow goal. Played over to the right. Here's the shot. Right on. And a rebound. Well, there is no rebound. Frozen by the Clydesiders netminder. Glasgow comes back trying to beat the press, and they do. Over center. And they get over the restraining line. Obviously, the restraining line here is smaller than what you're used to seeing in box lacrosse. And the ball does get over that restraining line, so that means that the Tigers will come back with 2:20 to go here in this first half. 2-2 scoreline. Winner gets third place in the pool. The loser will get fourth place, as both these two teams come in 0-2. Here's a pass down low. Shot! That one hit the post, I believe. Toronto still with the power play. They have about 1 minute left. Just a little under 1 minute in the man advantage. Ball's behind the net. Played up top. Here's a shot. Save made. A rebound. Squirts free. Right around where the house would be. And now it's Cruz who comes in to intercept and give the Tigers a second chance opportunity. Justin Cruz tried to play it behind the net. Pass was knocked down by the Clydesiders netminder. Shot clock resets. And the Tigers trying to get a pass over to the far side. Knocked back down by Toronto and played up top. Here's the bomb from 50, submarine shot, and that one's going to be handled by the Glasgow tender as the Clydesiders trying to get back, and we're down to 1 minute here in this first half. They get over the restraining line.
You sure about that?
Trying to drive in a one-hander. Oh, that would have been highlight reel material if it trickled through. Back comes Toronto. And the pass for Hill misses him. But it's scooped back up, and the Tigers trying to keep the play rolling. Cruz to the left-hand side of the goal. Here's a shot, whistled wide. Picked back up by Glasgow. Remember, each team has one timeout in the round robin. Baranowski. Not much time left. They got to get a shot away. Played over to the left-hand side, and that does it. First half over. Let us take it to the second half of this round robin matchup. The first one here on day 2. Glasgow and the Toronto Tigers all square 2-2. Toronto in black with red and white trim. Clydesiders in possession of the ball in the purple with gold and white trim, playing right to left. The Tigers in possession of the ball now, playing left to right. Here comes Toronto on the right side of the goal. Pass out in front. Good shooting lane, quick stick! And that one fought off. Tigers do get the shot clock reset though. Playing up top. The shooting lane, and that one is countered. Goes into the ball. Good to the corner. Good start by the Tigers here. They got a third chance opportunity on this possession. Here's a drive, and that one hits the post. And it'll come back. Tigers in control of the ball. And away comes Toronto. 1 minute gone by in the second half. Shot clock down to 22. Tigers changing here on the fly. Now Cruz is in. The freshman out in front. And that shot from a sharp angle was countered. And the Clydesiders look to come back. And a lead pass. Breakaway opportunity. Fought off. A rebound. We're going to have a push on the back somewhere. And it is going to be Toronto possession, as that was the initial pushing from behind call. 2-2 is our score. A minute and a half gone by. Fed out in front. That pass will deflect to the corner. Cruz tries to establish position in the middle. Meanwhile, ball's on the left-hand side of the goal. Back up top. Here's a drive from 50, and that one's kicked away. And it'll be Glasgow ball. The ball was not kicked away, sorry. It got deflected by, I believe, a Toronto player. But definitely not a Glasgow player. Here come the Clydesiders right on, and from an off angle, that one is going to be countered. And Toronto looks to start it up once again. 2-2 scoreline. A little over 17 and a half to go here in this second half. Here's a shot that's not going to land on the target. And if these two teams tie, I believe the Tigers would get the third spot and the Clydesiders would finish in fourth. But I don't think either one of these two teams really care about a tie right now. They're just thinking about winning. Here's a drive. Countered by the Tigers, and Toronto looks to get started. Here's a lead pass caught at center. Good feed. Toronto coming in on a modified fast break. Here's a shot, and that one is not on. Or sorry, stopped by the Glasgow netminder. Tigers ball. Played out in front of the goal. Here's a shot. They score! Cruz out in front of the net has given the Tigers their first lead of the game, and it is 3-2. Goal came just a little over 16 and a half remaining. So Toronto has taken the lead. Good pass and a good cut by Cruz. He presented himself backdoor. He got the step. He was right in front of that net. Face-off violation on the Tigers. So now the Clydesiders playing from behind, down by a score of 3-2. A shot in tight, countered, and a rebound. Well, it doesn't really matter because the possession will now be in control of with the Tigers in control. Coming up next, Wendoga and West Bay, and that will determine third and fourth place in the opposite group. So basically, the winner of this game plays the loser of the next game, and vice versa. Now here comes Baranowski coming right in, and it is Toronto ball. Tigers on top of Glasgow by a score of 3-2. Crooks plays it on the right-hand side of the goal. Just a little over 5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's a shot that's not going to hit the goal. Trapped behind the net. Everyone goes towards the back of the goal. And we're going to have a whistle, and I believe this will be Tigers' ball. Yep. First 30 for the Tigers. Here's a drive, and that one's going to be caught by the Glasgow netminder, and so pushing and shoving in front of the Clydesiders' goal. And away comes Glasgow. 5.5 gone by. Here's a pass which is knocked down. It deflects. Possession re-earned by Glasgow. Gonna have to get a shot away though, rather quickly. Blast out. Here's a 55-footer which is shouldered away. A rebound deflects in the corner. And a good pick by the netminder. But the turnover is committed by Toronto as Glasgow looks to reload here on offense. 13:45 to go. Here's a shot. Score! Maybe a little bit of an unsuspecting shot, and with 13:30 left to go here in this second half, the Clydesiders have evened it up 3-3. Yeah, a bouncer comes in. I'm not sure if maybe the Toronto tender was expecting a little more mustard on it, but the shot came in and he was not able to pick it up. And this game is all even here at 3s. Glasgow will earn control here. And the Tigers with the ball on the left-hand side of, the Clydesiders in possession on the left-hand side of the goal. It's Baranowski, the lefty. Of course, a member of 3 President's Cup teams, Saskatoon Brewers. He got a shot away, but it was not a hard one. And the Tigers will take control. 12:30 to go. Our score is Toronto Tigers 3, Glasgow Clydesiders 3. A long pass knocked down, and the Clydesiders come back. There's a pass down low. Shot! Baranowski, top corner. And it's 4-3 Glasgow. Full game with just a little over 12 minutes remaining in the second half. And Glasgow now back on top after the Tigers had taken the lead for about 5 minutes. Back-to-back goals, 2 goals in just a little over 1 minute. And now it is the Clydesiders in possession of the lead. Control earned by Glasgow. Ball's on the left-hand side of the goal. Now another one here, you figure Toronto would almost want like a sumo timeout-ish. Here's the drive. Scores! Baranowski again! 5-3. And he's got 2 goals in under 50 seconds. And finally someone has a 2-goal lead in this game. Boy, 3 goals for the Clydesiders in 2:15 running time. And it's going to go in possession of Glasgow, so Toronto's going to have to try and halt the bleeding here. Here's a drive! Scores! Oh boy, the roof is caving in on the Toronto Tigers. 4 goals in 3 minutes by Glasgow. And it is 6-3 Clydesiders. Hard to believe this, but with 4 minutes ago, actual time, the Tigers were on top. They got to get one here. It's the 3-goal difference. They almost overcame that yesterday in less time. Now the ball squirts free at center. It'll be scooped up by Glasgow, and another possession is earned by the Clydesiders. Nearly stripped and stolen, and now some pushing and shoving away from the play. Ball's on the right side of the Toronto goal, and there's the steal. And away comes Toronto. Breakaway opportunity for the Tigers. Shoulder save. The rebound deflects. Oh, wow. One of the Clydesiders lost their helmet. Now the ball is kicked away. The helmet's kicked away. (6-3) Glasgow leading Toronto Tigers. 9 minutes remaining. And Glasgow in possession with the power play. Well, actually, we talked about it at the start of the game. For the Clydesiders, it was really a case of they needed to show up in the second half. I think 4 goals in 3 minutes probably counts as showing up. Here's a shot, save made, and a rebound tracked down by the Tigers. But they got to finish, though, if they want to get their first win of this tournament. Baranowski will settle the play down. Driving in. Spins and lost the ball. Picked up in the slot, but now the Tigers will scoop it up. And the ball knocked away and stolen by Glasgow. Here's a shot, not on. Baranowski spinning. Gets a shot away, and that one is stopped. Rebound hops up. Here's a open look, and that one's not going to go out of play, and the Tigers will retain possession. 7:40. We're coming up to 7:40 remaining in the second half. The Toronto Tigers scored about a minute and a half in to make it 3-2, and since then it has been an avalanche by Glasgow. 4 unanswered to take a 6-3 lead. Falls behind the net and stolen by the Clydesiders. And Glasgow taking their time. They're not going to be in a rush, that's for sure. They've got the lead and the clock is on their side. Baranowski wide open. Oh, and a defensive breakdown by the Tigers. Got a whistle, and I think we're going to have a face-off. The officials aren't sure who it hit last. And I think this is probably the right call. The officials are going to get together. Officiating crew, by the way, has done a marvelous job here. Yesterday, of course, 8 games. Today, the Masters get started on the opposite side. 6-3 Glasgow leading the Toronto Tigers, and it's scooped up by the Clydesiders. Pass out in front. Here's the shot. Oh, what a goal! A forehand fake and then a shot on the offhand goes, and it is 7-3 Clydesiders leading the Tigers. We're back with the action. A slashing call against the Tigers will give Glasgow the power play. Clydesiders in control on top of the Toronto Tigers by a score of 7-3. 5.5 remaining. As Baranowski walks right in, kicks it out. And a centering feed is broken up. Glasgow picks it back up though. Here's a bouncer, not on, and a rebound will deflect and comes back towards the Clydesiders net. Oh, I think we're going to have a back-in call. Yeah, a back-in call against Glasgow. So Toronto will have possession. A little bit of an unforced error. Cruz over to the right side of the goal. Tigers trying to drive in. Ball deflects right around the house area, and it comes back out into the neutral end of the floor. Baranowski deflects it back into the corner. Ball loose in front of the crease, scooped up by the Tigers, and away comes Toronto. Cruz catches the ball at center. 4:25 to go. We got a whistle. Too many men called on the Tigers. Glasgow ball. Baranowski on the left-hand side of the goal, waiting for the fifth player to come on. Baranowski spinning off of the check, plays it back up top. Here's the 40-footer, and that one's not on. It deflects back into Glasgow territory. Netminder careful not to step out this time. And we will have a shot clock violation on the Clydesiders. And away comes Toronto. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So a 5-goal flurry by the Clydesiders looks like it'll be the difference maker. Toronto was leading 3-2 with about 14 minutes left to go. Penalty coming up against Glasgow. I think it'll be interference. Here's a shot right in, and that one's shouldered or patted aside. Let's see. Interference is the penalty on the Clydesiders, so Toronto will have possession of the ball. 3 minutes remaining, a little under 3 minutes to go here in this first round robin matchup. Day 2, Masters getting started as well today. And on Sunday, when this tournament wraps up, or this portion of the tournament wraps up, the Masters will have their full day. Yesterday, of course, was the full day on this side of the bracket. Centering feed broken up as Glasgow makes their way to center. 2:20 to go here in this second half. So the Glasgow Clydesiders looking like they're going to get to 1-2. Toronto's going to fall to 0-3. Here's a shot right on, shouldered away, a rebound, deflects towards the corner, and the Tigers are on it. Second chance opportunity, and that one sent wide. And away come the Clydesiders. 1 minute left to go in the power play, intercepted by the Toronto netminder. Bounced up the center, knocked down by the Tigers player. Here's the 40-footer, scores! What a rocket. And that'll make it 7-4. 1:35 left on the clock. It's a power play goal for the Tigers. And now it's 7-4. Well, Toronto will end this game with a highlight. It stops a 5-0 Glasgow run. 17 minutes in between goals for the Tigers, and I know it was a rough one. This is actually quite a reversal for Glasgow, because yesterday in the two games, I really thought the second half was the downfall in both games. Here's a shot, shouldered away, And meanwhile, I think they showed up today by going on that 5-0 second half spurt. Shot save made. Cruz picks it up. There's a long pass, knocked down and intercepted by Glasgow, and we'll get down to the final 40 in this contest. The Clydesiders are just going to let this one tick down to the final 10 or so. Played out in front. Can't get a shot away, stolen by the Tigers, and away they come with 7 to go. Ball stripped. They will get one last crack out of here. The 45-footer is right on, and that is your ball game. The Glasgow Clydesiders get to 1-2 on the tournament with a 7-4 win here against the Toronto Tigers. So Glasgow will play against the loser of the Wendake West Bay game coming up next. And Toronto will play against the winner of said game. Their final score, Glasgow Clydesiders 7, Toronto Tigers 4. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Brew Memories. Now we'll go for joining us on a GY.